Top 10 major companies that failed to innovate. While innovative startups come and go like the wind, there is always something to learn by watching when pinnacle examples of corporate business and industry leaders forget that they aren't untouchable. Market shifts can rattle the foundations of even the most prominent enterprises. It is a reminder that no one is safe and that complacency can lead to innovation failure. So, to learn from the more famous examples of marketing failure, here are 50 brands that failed to innovate. Kodak. 1. Kodak Separator. Kodak is a technology company that dominated the photographic film market during most of the 20th century. How they failed to innovate. Empowered by AI. Trifacta's data wrangling platform enables users to collaborate on exploring and preparing the data for analysis while allowing them to validate data quality, accelerate data transformation, and automate robust data pipelines. The company was originally founded in 2012 in San Francisco, CA. After witnessing a lucrative market expansion, Trifacta was acquired in 2022 by Alteryx, an eminent analytics automation provider. 2. Nokia Separator. Nokia was the first to create a cellular network in the world. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, Nokia was the global leader in mobile phones. How they failed to innovate. The company overestimated the strength of its brand and believed it could arrive late to the smartphone race and still win. In 2008, 1 year after the first iPhone release, Nokia finally decided to compete with Android, but it was too late. Their products weren't competitive enough. 3. Yahoo Separator. In 2005, Yahoo was one of the leading players in the online advertising market, but it undervalued the importance of search in favor of pursuing a presence in traditional media outlets. How they failed to innovate. Focusing more on media meant they neglected consumer trends and needed to improve the user experience. Yahoo failed to develop the model to monetize content views, similar to Google. 4. Xerox Separator. Xerox was the first to invent a PC, and its product was way ahead of its time. How they failed to innovate. Management thought going digital would be too expensive and was convinced that the future of Xerox was in copy machines. Xerox failed to understand that you can't keep perpetually making money on the same technology. Sometimes technology fails too. 5. Blockbuster Separator. Xerox was the first to invent the PC, and its product was way ahead of its time. Unfortunately, the management thought going digital would be too expensive, and they never bothered to exploit their opportunities. How they failed to innovate. The management became complacent, overvalued the strength of their brand, and failed to see the changing tides. While Netflix was shipping out DVDs to their consumers' homes, Blockbuster figured their physical stores were enough to please their customers. It wasn't. 6. Segway Separator. Designed to be a revolutionary means of transportation, the Segway was a personal motorized scooter invented and brought to the market in 2001. How they failed to innovate, even though the product was revolutionary. They failed to see the difference between practicality and blue sky thinking. City infrastructure and safety were not addressed before going to market. So many critics ask why anyone would invest in something that expensive that you were not allowed to use. 7. IBM Separator. International Business Machines. IBM, nicknamed Big Blue, is an American multinational technology company that had its breakthrough in the 1960s with the IBM System/360, a family of computers designed to cover the complete range of applications. How they failed to innovate. In the early 1990s, IBM failed to adjust to the personal computer revolution and thus began its downfall. The company changed its focus back on hardware instead of software solutions. After several transitions, IBM is one of the most potent names in enterprise software. 8. JCPenney Separator. JCPenney is one of the last remaining department stores dating back to the turn of the 20th century and had one of the most successful catalog businesses in the world. How they failed to innovate. When the market changed, JCPenney couldn't find its new niche. Revenue dried up when Ron Johnson took over as CEO. During his time at JCPenney, the company lost about $985 million, 1,900 employees, and 138 stores closed. This led to the mass exodus of loyal customers. 9. Tie rack separator. This British tie retailer, founded in 1981, failed to do its research on men's shopping behavior. How they failed to innovate. Their stores only sold scarves, ties, and cufflinks. But men mainly bought ties when they bought shirts. Even though Tie Rack offered quality ties, it wasn't enough to wow its target. 10. Blackberry Motion Separator. Blackberry, a line of smartphones and tablets, was successful in 1998. They changed the game in the mobile industry by offering a device with an arched keyboard. How they failed to innovate. A few years later, the mobile industry started focusing on more extensive touchscreen displays, while BlackBerry was more concerned about protecting what it already had. Failing to adapt to changes, in 2017, CEO John Chen announced that BlackBerry was officially out of the smartphone manufacturing business. 11. MySpace Separator. MySpace, a website that was once the dominating social networking until Facebook came onto the scene. How they failed to innovate. Because of the growth of Facebook, MySpace started seeing a decline in its users and decided to change its niche. The flexibility and free expression allowed on the MySpace platform was once its biggest differentiator and had become the most common reason for users leaving. Thank you for watching. Please smash that like button, comment, and subscribe.